What's up guys, my name is Axmist, and in this video I'm going to show you how you can make custom sitting animations for your game. So I'm going to show an example right here of how a custom sitting animation can look, and this is not that good of an example because my leg's kind of floating, but this is how an animation could look. And then of course when you jump off, your sitting animation cancels out and there it is again. So without further ado, let's get right into the video. So you're going to start off by creating a seat by clicking on the plus next to workspace and searching up seat, like so. Then you're going to create a script in the seat by clicking on the plus next to the seat and searching up script. Make sure it's not a local script or module script. You can delete that default code, and then you're going to make a variable for the seat. Local seat is equal to script.parent, since this script is inside of the seat. You can rename this seat to whatever you want. I'm just gonna rename it to animation seat because that makes sense. Then you're gonna make a variable for the animation. So you're gonna do local animation is equal to instance.new animation, and then you're gonna do animation.animation ID is equal to rbx asset ID, and then you're gonna type your ID into here. Now you will have to make your own animation, so just paste your animation ID into there, your numbers. I have a simple tutorial on how to make animations on my channel. It should be up here. Then you're gonna make a variable and call it current animation or anim, and we're not gonna use it for now. It's just gonna stay there, because we're gonna use it later on, so don't worry about that red line. Then we're gonna drop 2 lines and we're gonna make a function. So this function is gonna run whenever the seat is changed. So seat changed, connect function changed. Now this is the thing that's have been changed and fire this function. So we're gonna utilize that for our if statement. So if changed is equal to occupant, so occupant like so, and then we're gonna add a thing to this if statement, and that is if seat or occupant. Then so what we're doing here is we're checking if the thing that was changed is the occupant of the seat, and if the seat has an occupant, because this would run even when someone left the seat, because then the occupant would be equal to nil instead of a humanoid. So that's, I hope that all makes sense. And then we're going to make a variable for the humanoid just to clear things up, in case you would forget that the seat.occupant is in fact equal to the humanoid. And then we're going to make a variable where we're setting the actual current animation. So we're going to use this variable that we had right up there, and we're going to do current animation is equal to humanoid load animation, which is the animation we made right up there. Make sure you have entered all this correctly and you should be good to go. And of course these numbers right here it's going to be different for everyone. You're going to have your own animation. And then you're gonna do current anim play, so you play the actual animation. And then we're gonna make an if statement or else if statement. So we're gonna do else if current animation, then current animation stop, and current animation is equal to nil. So what we're doing here is if this if statement is equal to false or it fails, then we have this else if statement here, which basically means if this failed and current animation is not equal to nil. We could do current is not equal to nil, but that's just extra code, so there's no reason for it. Current animation stop and current animation is equal to nil, so we're setting it to nil basically. So whenever a new player is seated on the seat, it knows that it's a new player, because then current animation is all of a sudden not going to be equal to nil. That's why we're setting it to nil. And we're also stopping the animation. Make sure you have you're stopping the animation before you set it to null, because if you don't, then it's not gonna know what current animation is and it's not gonna work. But if you have all of this cleared up and typed in, the script is gonna work. So if I hit play right here and just wait for the game to load up, don't worry about these two errors right here. And if we sit on the seat, as you can see, it plays my animation. And if I jump off the seat, then it stops my animation. Now make sure when you're making your animation that you have the animation priority set to action and the animation is looping, because otherwise it's just gonna play a brief sitting animation and then stop. So, but that's everything for my tutorial on how to make custom sitting animation. I hope you enjoyed, and if you did, then consider subscribing. It will help out the channel a lot, and consider liking. I have my Discord server in the description, and yeah, that's about it. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.